Hi.
Hi. Naveen, have we met before? We have.
Yes, sir. We had one session together, and it is
But
our
that
second
was,
session.
yeah, but that was many months ago, I think, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it has long, yeah,
Because,
long.
no, why I'm asking you is because I maintain a book for, I mean, every page is one student. So I was trying to recall the page and I couldn't get it. Maybe it was few months ago, right? So I might have changed the book. So I will open a new page now. Let me see. One second. Yeah. Okay. Here we are. Naveen, just give me your background again quickly.
Sure, sir. My name is Naveen Kumar, and I'm from Telangana State. I
Hmm,
completed a BSc from Usmania University,
hmm.
and currently I'm focusing on English to improve my communication skills.
Osmania is in Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Uh, are you? You will have some hesitancy also to speak. You don't speak much.
No, sir. I can speak,
You're
and
okay. You're all
yeah,
right.
if I make mistakes, also I don't, I go with the flow.
Very good. That's a
Yes.
good thing. Okay. Let us start primarily with a basic lesson in English, which is sentence formation and structure. Hmm? I'll give you a sentence which says, Naveen, Naveen runs to the ground. Okay, suppose you're playing some game. Do you play any
Oh,
game?
yes, sir. I play cricket and
Yeah, okay. So Naveen runs to the ground. It's a simple tense. Naveen is a subject, which is you. Runs is verb. To is preposition. The is article. And ground is object. That is, where is Naveen going? Ground.
to the ground. Ground.
Yeah. So I'm not getting too much technical. There's no need for that. But essentially, what the sentence is a complete sentence with five elements: subject, verb, which is action, runs, walks, sings, cooks, whatever. Naveen runs. Two is preposition. Without preposition, the sentence is not correct or not joined.
Yes.
The is indicating the particular
On
ground.
the,
Everybody knows you go to that ground to play. You don't say Naveen, you can say, but normally you would say Naveen, oh, I run to the ground. I is subject again.
yes.
So the ground, that means everyone knows it is that ground and you will meet there, you and your friends or whatever. So you don't say a ground because a ground means any ground.
Yes.
So where do you play cricket? I play in a ground. But that doesn't give me the information which ground you're playing. Then I ask you, but which ground are you playing? Then you have to tell me, no, the ground next to the school.
Yes.
That is communication, right? Communication is back and forth. You're talking. You're talking. I'm talking. What you understand is important, not what I say. I
Yes.
may say
Absolutely.
something. I may say something you may not understand. That is why there is a word called misunderstood. Misunderstood
Understood.
means you did not understand. Or you will tell me, yeah, you told me, but you were not clear. You said something, but I could not understand. So I went to the wrong ground. For example, that is a miscommunication, right? Then I will say, no, 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 I told you the ground, you are wrong. You will say, no, no, you are wrong. So this is goes on among when you're talking to friends or family, whatever.
Yes.
Okay. So essentially, what I'm trying to say is your sentence formation should convey the exact meaning. No confusion, no ambiguity. Ambiguity means vague, vague kind of description. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you form the sentence correctly, your fundamental English is correct. After that, you can move to other things like
Actually, yes.
pronunciation,
Vocabulary.
vocabulary, yeah, lexical resources like idioms, similes,
Yes.
forming
Phrases.
complex, yeah,
Yes.
phrases, complex sentences, all that you can do. So let us start first with in grammar. I mentioned it as PACT, pact. Pact actually means arrangement, agreement. Okay,
Okay.
a pact signed between India and USA. That's an agreement. So here PACT stands for preposition, article, conjunction, and tenses.
Tenses.
Four things. If these four things are handled by you, your sentence formation will be almost perfect. I would not use the word perfect because it depends, but it will be good, strong. So without the foundation being good, the building will collapse, right?
Yes.
So the foundation should be good, then you can build on it over time. You keep getting better and better. Any questions?
Yeah, sir. I have a few questions.
Tell me, tell me.
Yeah, and I would like to know about your English journey.
Okay,
So
first
when
let
you
me.
started, yeah, the
Do
thing
you
is,
know who? Do you know who I am? I am not introduced today. I think you know who I am.
yeah, I know, sir, you are an experienced tutor
Ah, right. Okay.
and with
I,
decades of experience.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My
Yes.
English journey. Okay, I'll tell you uh, a sort of a story. My father was a English literature student from Presidency College, Chennai, and he was in the army. He was an officer in the army, and he never spoke his mother tongue at home. Never spoke means very little. So he was very good in English, very good in Tamil because he was in Chennai. So he was a double MA. Those days you could do double, I think. So he became a MA literature student, MA Tamil literature student. So he used to speak mainly English, Hindi because he was in the army, and Tamil. We never spoke Malayalam. I am a Malayali. Never spoke Malayalam at home because he never used to speak. So my journey in English started from the age of 5 or 6 when I used to talk to him and read. He used to tell me to read or tell us to read, and I used to read the newspaper by the age of 8 or 9 without fail. Every day we used to read the newspaper. Those days there was no television, no computer, nothing,
Yes. No
right?
mobile phones.
No mobile phone, no distraction. So we used to
Yes.
read the newspaper. I started reading and getting better English. More importantly, the environment has to be in that space, meaning we only learn, we only listen to English, we only read English, we only see English.
Yes.
So when that happens, your English has to get better. If I listen only to Malayalam, my Malayalam will get better, right? So same way, we were born and bred in English, literally from
Mm.
a very young age. And I learned Hindi when I went to school because it was a military school and everybody was talking in Hindi, most of the students. And I learned Hindi also well. I mean, I can speak Hindi quite fluently. So my English was from that point, and then he planted a interest to read.
Mm.
Reading is a foundation of very, very good language. Okay. If you're a good reader, you generally convert that reading into phrases, into good sentences, complex sentences, vocabulary, diction, as they call it. You have a wealth of words you can use, like a
Yes.
dictionary, and you will recall the words easily.
Yes.
And
And you
then when
can
you
build
keep,
your vocabulary.
yeah, and when you keep using them in vocabulary, knowing the word is not important. Using it is important. If
Yes.
I know a word, eloquent, okay, if I know the meaning, I know the word, but I don't use them, then what's the use? So I need to say, listen to somebody, he's an eloquent speaker. He's an eloquent speaker. That means he's a very articulate, very clear speaker, right? So I use that word. If I don't use those words, I don't get better. It
Yes.
becomes just like words lying somewhere in my mind.
Yeah.
Now, for example, if I give you a test, I normally test people with vocabulary is if I give you 60 seconds, I mean, I give you an alphabet,
Mm.
which is, let's say, D for Delhi.
Okay. Mm.
And in 60 seconds, how many words can you think of with D?
Okay.
But there's one rule. The one rule is you cannot use a noun. That means
Now
you
names.
cannot use a name of a place or
Yes.
person because that doesn't
Yeah.
help you anyway. It's
Yes.
only a name. Without using the name, how many words can you think of in 60 seconds? Can we try it?
Yes. I will.
Okay. Yeah. Your time starts now and your word letter is D. So tell
D.
me,
Okay.
how many?
Decade.
Hmm.
Delicious.
Hmm.
Dangerous.
Hmm.
Mm, daring.
Hmm.
And dashing.
Hmm.
uh, down,
Hmm.
dusk,
Hmm.
digging,
Hmm.
dreams,
Hmm.
drizzling.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, your time stops now. Okay,
Oh,
now you have made 11 words. Hmm? It's an exercise you can do yourself. Doesn't need to be in class. I'm just giving an example. Which what it does is it your our brain gets lazy over some time. We don't think too much. You know, we don't think too much sometimes and becomes lazy. Just keep your mind active. Think about when you think what happens. Your mind is active. Thinking of some word. Normally, you should get around 20 words in 60 seconds.
oh,
If you get about 20 words, you are quite active in your mind, thinking of, because you'll only think of words which you know. You cannot think of words you don't know.
yes,
Suppose I say, oh, you forgot this word. It's not that you forgot. You maybe not thinking of it.
yes,
You can say desecrating. You can say destructive. You can say damaging. You can say so many.
yes.
Diligent.
Education.
So I
Yeah,
can think of 25 words maybe because my mind is more active in words, right? So you can practice it in your time. A, B, C, D up to Z.
Z,
How
yes,
many words can you think of in 60 seconds? Why 60 seconds? Because it's a limited time.
yes,
Otherwise, you
and
can take three minutes also. But the idea is quickly, think quick, you know. And then when you're practicing that, like reading, the words will come to you slowly in your mind. Oh, can I use this word? Can I use that? Can I use something different? You know. So
yes.
it just makes you think in English. You have to. If you ask me, the secret of learning English better is to think in English all the time.
Oh,
Not think in Telugu, not think in Kannada, not think in Malayalam.
yes,
Right? Think English. When you're talking English, when you're thinking English, when you're reading English, when you're listening English, which means certain amount of self-study also. Self-study is in your free time, whenever you have time. Do you listen to English music? Do you
no,
watch English serials?
yeah.
Do
I
you
watch English related web series and podcasts and
good?
interviews.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That is why you learn some English also. But you're listening, you're trying to copy somebody, you're trying to, oh, he said this, let me also say it. That way, unconsciously, you are absorbing English during your day, right? So if you start reading also, even simple books, fiction, thriller, murder
yeah,
mystery, need not be heavy books, right? That you leave it to us because we read heavy books because we're used to
mm,
reading, right? I used to read fiction a lot those days earlier. Now I start reading slightly more serious books. But I like fiction. So read any fiction, Indian authors, foreign authors, no problem. Let it be an enjoyment. It is not a punishment.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people find it boring to read. Make
100%, sir. Whenever I open a book and I read for one passage or one page, then immediately I get bored and I'll keep it away.
exactly. So that is why I'm saying if you read 20 minutes, one chapter, and I say you read, it takes baby steps, small,
Uh,
small steps.
yes,
You read one
yes,
chapter a day of a fiction, like murder mystery or something you like, romance,
yes,
anything which interests you, right? Then you hold the book and say, I want to know what happened to the next chapter, or I want to know what happened to this character. What is the story?
yeah,
If you don't have that interest, you will not read. You will say, "Arey, let me listen to music. Let me listen to a podcast because I like it.
yes,
I don't like reading. No compulsory, nothing. Nothing like you have to read or something. But if you read, it does make a difference in the long term. I'm just giving you my experience. Huh? It may work for you, may not work for you. Like even here, if you go to a reading section,
yes.
session notes is called. What is it today? There's a topic which is uh,
What
public transport.
public transport?
Ah, just read it. Tell me from the beginning. No, no, one sec. Give them 10 seconds. Prepare. Okay, now you talk about it. It's a good. What is your good idea of a good transport system? What is your idea? If you're called by the government to give a speech to the
Yeah.
transport minister, and you are a young man from Hyderabad, and Mr. Naveen is going to speak about what is his ideas for a good transport system, what will you tell them?
Sure. And first of all, thanks for this opportunity. And my idea towards a good transport system is, first of all, and we should improve the number of trains and buses in the
Hmm,
cities.
hmm,
Why? Because whenever I see a train, always it fills with a large number of passengers.
hmm,
Even many people can't, they can't stand also, comfortably they may not
hmm,
stand.
hmm,
So that is the first thing I saw in Indian transport.
hmm,
So government should look at it and should improve the number of trains and buses. That is the first one,
hmm,
first point. And the second point is, and we should maintain proper roads. And I see many roads were not good, not in condition.
hmm,
So
hmm,
they should look at that also, and government should maintain proper roads. And that is my second point. And my third point is, coming to the local transport system such as autos, cars, and the way how they move in a town was not too good, and they don't maintain the traffic rules, and they come in a wrong side, and which affects other people who go in
hmm,
a right way.
hmm,
So we should government should look at that, the enforcement of policemen, and the traffic rules, and they should maintain a strict traffic rules.
hmm.
Yeah, that is my third point. And these three are my first priority to government look at it. And yeah, thank
Very good, very good. Naveen, in a very short time, this is known as extempore speech, which is you are told to speak on the spot, right? And your ideas are very clear. Now, the important thing in extempore speech is not so much how you say it, but what you say, right? In
you.
a long speech, it is not important what you say, how you say. There's a difference.
Yeah,
Okay. The difference, because when you're sitting in a long 10 minutes listening to somebody, how he says it is very important. It
yes,
holds your interest. But in a short speech, what you say is important because you have very little time. You
yes.
are, suppose, extempore speech is called elevator pitch. What is elevator?
Elevated
What
means
is
something
elevator?
showing.
It's a lift, right?
Yes.
No, no. Elevator is a lift which you take to the top floor, right?
Oh,
That elevator. Hmm? Uh, you've taken a lift from ground floor to first floor, right, or second floor, right? So this is not as elevator pitch. Elevator pitch means you meet somebody in the lift, right?
okay.
And you have only 2 minutes to talk to them.
Hmm.
What will you talk? Quickly, right? You want
Yeah.
to impress him. You want to impress him. You want to get a job. You want to push a business to him or something. So in that 2 minutes, what will you tell him is very important
Yes.
because you don't have time. So that is extempore speech. So you have done that well because you have quickly thought of three ideas. One
Yes.
is having more trains and buses
More trains and buses.
to reduce congestion on the road. Two,
Yes.
better roads, and three, better traffic sense.
Traffic rule. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Which I completely agree with you. This is what India needs. You need
Yeah.
a much better public transport system, you need less cars and autos on the road, and you need better traffic sense, because people are creating more problems by bad driving, not following rules, breaking every
Yes.
rule. It's a big problem going on, which I agree with you. And well done, because for you to think immediately is important. So there is a concept in extempore speech which is called power of three.
Power.
Power of three, and you have used that. So what is the power of three? You think of 3 points, and you remember that, quickly. So tomorrow, if I give you another speech, some topic, you can think of the same way. Three things I have to say, and just talk for 2 minutes. That's it. Well done. We will continue to meet. I hope it is not a gap of 2 months, 3 months.
Sure. I
No,
will
no.
plan my next session,
Uh,
within less time.
no, because consistency is important. Uh, you know,
Yes.
you have to be